Yo, what's up? It's your boy X here. And before the video starts, I just want to say, if you enjoyed the video, then leave a like and subscribe. But anyways, this is gonna be what if Deku had Godspeed. And basically, this is exactly what the title suggests. It's gonna be it's not exactly gonna be a super speed quirk, but it is at the same time. And it's gonna be like Zenitsu from Demon Slayer. Also, before the video starts, I'll apologize right now for any background noise that might happen or any interruptions, just because, I'm not really in control of that. But anyways, this story starts off when Deku's at school, and Bakugo was teasing Deku because he just got his quirk before him, and he starts bullying Deku, and he starts bullying him really hard on this day, and then Deku gets mad and says, "Stop!" His eyes then go white, and he blitzes Bakugo, knocking him out clean. Then Deku passes out, and all the kids around him get shocked and scared, and they all tell the teacher. Inko gets called, and she shows up immediately to take him to the quirk doctor. He gets there, and the doctor tells him that he has some sort of speed quirk, and they say that it's going to be named Godspeed. And Deku's thrilled. He gets home later that day, and he starts celebrating with his mom. The next day, Bakugo sees Deku and glares at him, and he then goes up to him and says, "Just because you got a quirk now doesn't mean you're better than me. I'm still going to become the #1 hero." Deku then smiles at Bakugo and says, "Oh yeah? Not if I can help it." From that day on, Bakugo stopped bullying Deku, and they slowly became rivals and friends as the years passed. They grew stronger and closer together. And I'm just going to do a little time skip all the way up until the Sledge Villain incident, just because I don't really like covering the events before because they're not really important. Just gonna be some training, getting closer, some random interactions between them, and just they're gonna grow up, confident at the top all the time. And this one, Deku's actually gonna be stronger than Bakugo, but he's not gonna be a dick or cocky. He's still gonna be himself. Since I want him to be like that, since Zenitsu is not exactly the most cocky or badass out there, but still gonna be his usual self, but just more confident and not half as shy as before. And anyways, and as usual, the teacher walks in and he throws the papers in the air with the usual, "I know you all want to become heroes." And then they start using their quirks, and Bakugo gets up saying, "You got that right, Teach. Me and Izuku will become the greatest heroes of all time." And also, I forgot to mention, I'm going to make Bakugo less of a dickhead, and he's going to be more down to earth since, Deku, humbled him by beating his ass a bunch. Anyways, after that, the class ends, and Bakugo asks if Deku wants to go train. Deku then says that he has to get home early today, and that they'll train tomorrow. Deku says bye to Bakugo, and he takes the tunnel way home that he never usually takes, and he starts walking, and down the path he feels something is following him, and right on cue, the Sledge Villain comes out and yells, "Give me your body, kid." Deku immediately activates Godspeed, and he dodges everything. The Sledge Villain then starts to mess with him, saying, "Wow." Oh wait, no, the Sledge Villain, nah. Deku starts to mess with him, saying, "Wow, you really wanted to take my body?" The Sledge Villain then gets mad and says, "Yes, I need your body. I didn't know that freak was here." And right on time, All Might comes around the corner and says, "I am here," and all that bullshit. And he sees Deku moving at super speed, dodging the Sledge Villain, and he then comes in and hits it with a Destroy Smash, sending the villain flying. As usual, like in canon, Deku freaks out and asks, All Might, can you sign my notebook?" All Might says, "Of course, young man," and he signs it, and then he asks the kid, "What's your quirk?" And Deku says, "Oh, it's called Godspeed. I have a super speed quirk with lightning." And All Might says, "Wow, I can tell you're going to be a great hero when you grow up." And he says, "You're almost as fast as me." And just as Deku's about to say thank you to All Might says, "I gotta go," since his time limit was about to end, and he jumps off thinking that was close. And Deku just starts freaking out, thinking he just talked to All Might, and then he's so cool. He starts walking home, and when he gets there, he shows his mom All Might's signature, and he geeks out with his mom about it. She tells him she's glad he met him. Also, obviously, the incident won't happen since Deku knows he can become a hero, and he doesn't jump on his leg like in the usual canon, making All Might drop the Sledge Villain. But anyways, Also, Deku's not gonna get one for all in this series. I'm just gonna say that Mirio gets it, and yeah, and basically, I'm gonna say that he just trains with Bakugo for the 10 months. Anyways, back to the story. Deku meets up with Bakugo, and Deku says, "Hey Bakugo, guess who I met yesterday?" Bakugo asks, "Who'd you meet?" Deku says, "I met All Might and I got his signature." Bakugo gets kind of jealous and asks, "What was he like in person?" After talking about All Might for a bit, they then get into a serious conversation. They start talking about doing some very serious training over the 10 months before the entrance exams. Bakugo looks at Deku and says, "These next 10 months are going to be a living hell for us." Deku has a confident smile and says, "I wouldn't have it any other way." For the next 10 months, Dekugo and Bakugo start training on their speed in combat. They also do a lot of sparring. And they also do a whole lot of weight training for their muscle. And just to throw this out there, Deku and Bakugo's fighting record is 86-12. And Bakugo only won a couple fights because he adapted to Deku's style and he predicts his movements. And in this one, he's way more proficient at fighting people who are faster than him. He starts realizing that, he's not the best, and he has to learn how to counter people who will have quirks that will make it hard for him. Anyways, and yeah, they start practicing and he adapts to style. And Deku, in this series, he's going to be extremely fast. And later on, he's going to get that Zenitsu move. And both of them, hint, hint. I don't know if y'all read the manga, but yeah, y'all know what I'm talking about. But anyways, after the 10 months, Bakugo's at his season 4 level of strength. And he has all the moves he has in season 4. And he also has a couple extra moves that y'all will find out later. And in this one, Deku is going to have a variety of moves that he created and after images to shock his opponents. And he moves so fast, he has lightning come off of him. Kind of like Full Cowl, except ×2. He can create vortexes like the Flash, like tornadoes, just by running around them at top speed. He has mastery of 12 different fighting styles. And after all the training, Deku and Bakugo grew taller. Since I just want to make them taller, honestly. And they grew taller, and they're about the same height, with Deku being 5'11 and Bakugo being 5'10. They both become extremely strong, and they're built like fucking Super Saiyan God Goku, which means that they're super ripped and lean. That increases their speed. And Bakugo was built 2 times buffer than his original counterpart. They trained in the beach and cleared out, and it took them about 5 minutes to do it since Bakugo and Deku worked together for it. And that's what they did. And for the entire thing, they usually did a lot of sparring and speed training. They also did their own training for some moves, and Bakugo mainly focused on what's it called? He mainly focuses on training to adapt his senses. He focuses on things to make it easier for him to fight Deku, and he makes up his own moves. And Deku basically starts thinking like, what could affect my thing? What could make me more proficient? During this whole time, Deku will basically master a couple different fighting styles. He will also do some research that helps him find out that breaths. I'm gonna involve this. He finds out about breaths and how they can be used to, be stronger in this series. And I'm only gonna give this to Deku since I don't really feel like making something up, or Bakugo also gets it, but he's gonna train himself in the breaths, and he's gonna develop his own lightning breath style. I think that's what it is. Not too sure. Maybe it's a thunder style. No, I think it's lightning style. But he basically develops his own lightning style and his own way of fighting. And yeah, that's what he's gonna be doing. He gets way stronger than Zenitsu. You know how Zenitsu is like in his version? He's gonna be about as strong as Zenitsu when he defeated the demon in the house, when he was protecting the kid and fell asleep. When he uses his quirk, his eyes go white and he gets blue electricity around him. Not like the picture from the thumbnail, but it's gonna be blue. And yeah, he's gonna be a bit of a badass. I'm not sure if I want to give him a sword yet. Maybe I'll give that to him. Depends, if this little series does good, or if it gets any views at all. If you fuck with it, or if you want me to give him a sword, I will, but not really too sure for now. But yeah, he gets the sword and he starts developing way more skills than in the canon. He does research on how he could use his quirk to be even stronger than he thinks he could be in. Yeah, and I'm just gonna skip all the way up until after the 10 months are over. They became exponentially stronger, like I already said. And I think I'm gonna leave it off here, and tomorrow or somewhere soon I'll upload the next part to this, and maybe upload the next part to the other what if that I'm gonna be posting, maybe today, maybe tomorrow, I don't know. But that's gonna be it for what if Deku had Godspeed. Hope you enjoyed the video. You know, if you did, leave a like, subscribe, you know, comment down below if you fuck with it. And yeah, X out.